Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of this video series. My name is Brighton Mika and as always, it's good to have you here. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a very dense forest. You've been walking for miles and miles. You were following a map that was handed over to you, like a physical map. Yeah, I know some cannot read it, but a physical map handed to you by either your parents or a teacher or just given by someone you know. And then from this map, you could see the exact next thing to do, the next turn to take. You could see where you were, you know where to rest, you know every single landmark on that particular in that particular forest. But all of a sudden, you get to a particular point where the map ends and then the paper is blank. There's nothing else shown. You look up, it is still, you're still in the forest. It is thick, it is cloudy, it is foggy, and you can barely see 5 feet in front of you. You don't know if the next step is going to lead you to a meadow, a river, a stream, or even off a cliff. And you start feeling this tightness in your chest, and the urge to turn back is really intense. You don't know whether to go back because, well, there's a lot of uncertainty around. Today, we will be exploring how to address and deal with uncertainty, how to handle the unknown, whether you're starting out in career, whether you're staring at a stagnant career, you are at a relationship crossroads, or you just don't know what you're supposed to do. Today's episode is for you. One thing I want you to start with is don't get overly burdened by figuring out the 20 steps ahead of you. You don't have to be worried about the 5 year plan for now. You can reduce the scope, you can reduce the surface area you have to deal with. Yeah. Think of it as instead of trying to figure out the entire map now, how about you take a closer look to the 5 feet around you? Because some of the time, one of the things that overwhelms us is we begin to focus on the things we cannot control. You're not going to be able to control the next 5 years like in one single afternoon. You will spiral, you start overthinking, how do I get this? How do I not lose this? How do I go back? What is the next few steps you have to take? If you can reduce and reframe the path you have to go on, if you could see a few feet ahead of you, it is going to do a lot for you. You're no longer going to be overwhelmed in some sense. Yeah. So reduce the things you can control and the things you cannot control. Okay. And don't run away from that feeling of uncertainty. In some context, it is actually okay to be uncertain about certain things. Yeah. It's a signal that you are growing, you are pushing the edge of your knowledge. So see it as a challenge. Okay, you are at that phase where you actually need new information or where you need to take the very few next steps. Yeah. So instead of just letting that feeling of uncertainty make you anxious, reframe it. Yeah, reframe it. Okay. Uh, Here's a few takeaways I want you to get from today's episode. Shrink the horizon. Don't look at the entire map. Don't look at the entire horizon now. Maybe Try and see if you could see the few feet around you. Uh, you don't have to be rigid with your plans. You can be flexible. You can be flexible. Uncertainty sometimes can trigger identity crisis because you don't know what you have to do. Sometimes you start questioning who you really are in these kinds of moments, yeah? But reframe, how can you see the few feet ahead of you? And just take the logical next step, yeah? I've been Brighty Maker. I'm rooting for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.